drive to our hotel in Connecticut was about 2 hours drive, and so we got there in the evening. So the first thing we did was we went to a masjid and read Isha there, and then after that we went to our hotel. The following day, the Shaykh was arriving a day after we went, so we waited for them to arrive, and that very evening was our first program. One of the brothers, Shaykh Kamal, he'd met the Shaykh in Turkey and then again in Morocco, and he'd taken this course of self-purification from the Shaykh a year earlier, and then when he went to America, he showed this course to Brother Mushtaba and Brother Adnan, and they embraced this course and they absolutely were amazed by it. So they then said this message should be spread across their communities, because they've benefited immensely from it. So then they came up with a plan of inviting the Shaykh to the US to spread the message of Tareeqah Muhammadiyah and the course of self-purification.
We're very honored and blessed today to have a very special guest with us, which is Shaykh Ahmad. He's visiting all the way from the UK. I'm going to read through Shaykh Ahmad's biography, and then we're going to get started right into a special presentation. Shaykh Ahmad Dabbagh is a teacher of self-purification, whose family lineage goes all the way back to Imam Hassan al-Basri, who's one of the giants and the early salaf of this ummah. The method of self-purification that Shaykh Ahmad teaches to those under his guidance goes all the way back to Shaykh Abdul Aziz Dabbagh rahimahullah and Shaykh Abdul Qadir al-Jilani rahimahullah. شراب الحب يعرف بالمذاق وما كل السقاة له بساق أحب الله عن أدب وصدق ولا أرضى سوى التقوى خلاقي.
أنفق مما أعطيت قبل أن يأتيك يوم تتمنى لو أفديك بكل ما للدنيا وما لك فيها.
One of the brothers invited us, and at his house he'd invited this other friend of his, and this friend of his, then he invited us to his house. And while we were sat there in his house, he approached the Shaykh and he told his story about himself, and he said that when he was young, about 6 years old, he'd completed and done the hifz of Quran from the age of 6. And he told his life story, and he said for the last 34 years that he'd been teaching children in the mosque, and in always been a religious person, a hafiz, and a teacher of the Quran. But he said in all this time he hadn't got any closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or didn't have any closeness to the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he wanted a way, be shown a way how he could make that journey towards the closeness of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and to the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
إلهي أنت ربي ذو الجلال علمت بما نويت بلا جدال. إلهي قد أتيتك فاعف عني وهذا ذل يغني عن سؤالي. Lord, will you not find me when I yearn for your love? Lord, will you not help me when I cry out enough? كريم أنت وهاب العطايا، جواد لست تعجز من نوالي، وبر قادر صمد عزيز، أتاك الخلق طرا في امتثالي. The morning light shines through the dark. Oh Lord, please bring peace to this.
Searching for 10, 20, 30, 40 years for something like this. They talked about a lot of being disillusioned by a lot of fake imposters. But when they saw a genuine article and a genuine way, these people had been looking for something. And when they saw this in black and white and something they could feel and touch and something they could take away, they came because they knew this is something they've been searching for all their life.
Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam, tabarakta ya dhal jalali wal ikram. La ilaha illallah. Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam, تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. Every day is a struggle. أنت وهاب العطايا. Every day is a struggle. Help me get up and walk, Lord. وبر قادر صمد عزيز، أتاك الخلق طرا في امتثالي. I try to break through this hole on my
a Japanese world champion boxer, and she reverted to Islam, and she did that 3 years ago. And her experience was pretty amazing because she said she had a vision and didn't know what the vision was, and she drew the vision, and then as she was going on a train one day, she saw a minaret. She got off the train and she went to this minaret place, to this mosque, and she walked in and she asked them what this place was, and they explained that it was a mosque and there were Muslims, and she discussed it with them for a little while, and then she went home. She didn't embrace Islam, but she went home, and a few days later she had another vision, but it wasn't a very clear one. And 2 days later she had this vision, and she said she saw the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the vision, and the vision told her to embrace Islam. So then she said she went straight to that mosque and embraced Islam. She gave up all boxing. She was due to film stardom. She'd signed some contracts. She'd stopped them, and she'd been a revert now for 3.5 years. And what amazed me was she was the only sister in the Mecca center that had a full hijab on. She even had gloves on her hands, and she said it was something that she was looking for. And it was really truly amazing to see all these new converts and enjoying the lecture so much and welcoming us.
فجرا جئت بعد العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا يا إمام الأنبياء أنت في الوجدان حي أنت للعينين ضي أنت عند الحوض ري أنت هاد وصفي يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك يرتوي بالحب قلبي حب خير رسل ربي من به أبصرت دربي يا شفيعي يا رسول الله أيها المختار فينا زادنا الحب حنينا جئتنا بالخير دينا يا ختام المرسلين يا حبيبي يا محمد.
People of America was absolutely amazing. I haven't got one negative thing to say about anybody, whether they're white or black or non-Muslims. Everybody, the hotel that we stayed in, we met people there. People asked me for the Quran, non-Muslims. People asked me for books on Islam, which I gave them. I gave copies of the Quran. You know, and people were so warm. And the brothers who were our hosts, they were absolutely amazing. They took us everywhere. Nothing was too much trouble. I've nothing but good things to say about America and the whole trip about America. And may Allah Azza wa Jal reward all those who facilitated this trip in this world and the next.